Happy Monday. That's right, it's Monday. The weekend is over with, and the work week has begun yet again. And today is special. Special. So special. This is our 500th video, and we're excited. We're talking about a documentary today. I know, right? We're talking about wrestling. We're talking about wrestlers, Vince McMahon. We're talking about it all. Should you watch this documentary or should you not? We're going to find out. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Well, it's Monday. Welcome, everyone. Hey, like and subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate it. In the description box down below are things we love and use every single day with some coupon codes to save you some of your hard-earned money. Check it out if you don't mind. So today we're talking about Mr. McMahon. That's right. Are you a wrestling fan? Are you not a wrestling fan? Do you know who Mr. McMahon is? We're going to talk about it all. And it's worth talking about. Because we need to know. Is this worth watching? Well, Nerdy Wife and I watched this weekend. So we can tell you, or I can tell you exactly whether it's worth watching or not. I've got a list. Well, let's look at it. Mr. McMahon TV series 2024, TV mature for sure. Lots of language, lots of weirdness. Each episode is approximately an hour long. There's 6 episodes total. WWE experienced record-breaking highs and crushing lows under Vince McMahon's leadership and the Mogul's controversial reign. Starring, of course, Vince McMahon, Hulk Hogan, Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, everybody. All right. Let me get this out of the way real quick. I like wrestling. I don't watch weekly wrestling. I will watch WrestleMania. And if I'm in the mood, I will watch pay-per-views. But I haven't been a huge super fan of wrestling for a very long time. And it's so much so much time is taken to watch the Monday night show, the Friday night show, et cetera, et cetera. So if you just watch pay-per-views, you pretty much get an overall idea of what's going on and get to watch the best matches that they have, evidently, or for the most part, right? But it's never been a secret that Mr. McMahon is a little weird. So today I'm asking you this question. Should you, if you have not already, should you watch the Mr. McMahon documentary? Considering it's a 6-hour journey supposedly about Mr. McMahon. Done in documentary form, interviews, etc. So, first thing you need to ask yourself, are you a WWE fan? And you need to answer that either yes or no, right? That's the first thing you need to do, all right? So, think on it. And real quick before we go any further, I want to tell you about Blackout Coffee Company. Now, I talk about several coffee companies, but I have a standing subscription with this company because of the price of the bags of coffee and the quality of the bags of coffee, and I drink it every day. And I just think it's a quality product. So be sure you look at the coupon code down below and just try it. Order you a bag. See what you think. Save 20%. All right. So have you got your answer? Yes? No? Maybe so? All right. If you answered no, you're not a WWE fan. Let me go ahead and tell you, you do not need to watch this documentary. It will definitely taint your perspective on a sport that's beloved by millions of people, and has been for decades. There's many better documentaries that you can watch that have come out long ago and even recently that will give you a better idea of the history of WWE and the stories behind things, etc., that you can find all over the place. And they're much better. Now, did you say you were a fan? if you answered in the affirmative, the answer is you should not watch this documentary. And it's not for the reasons you think. There's almost nothing at all new. This is supposed to be a documentary about Mr. McMahon. But with the exception of the first episode and the last 20 minutes of the last episode, it's all a recap of stories you've seen or heard before and have been talked about before in depth from different documentaries or different, programs. So there's literally nothing new here. I will tell you this. There is a line in this from Mr. McMahon that Nerdy Wife and I both agreed was quite suspect. I'm going to tell you what that line is when I get done here. All right, so don't go anywhere. You want to hear this. You want to hear this line because it's ice cold, man. Now, what if at this point you say, okay, I trust you. I'm not going to watch it. Great. Perfect choice. All right. Watch something different. We've talked about 499 other things you could watch that may entertain you or may not entertain you. And it's all going to entertain you better than this. But if you said, but, okay, I trust you, but I still want to watch it. Well, fine. But only watch episode 1 and episode 6. There's no sense in watching the other 4 episodes. They cover nothing that has nothing new other than maybe a few minor details here and there. And overall, it's just a rehash of everything you've already seen before, especially if you're a fan and have watched things about WWE before and the people in WWE or wrestling as a whole. We, as not being super fans, but of doing, watching and being fans younger, when we were younger, that we had heard all this. Like, they talk about Benoit, all right? That's a whole episode. They talk about all the things, Owen Hart, the Montreal screw job. It's all talked about. It's all rehashed, all right? Now, granted, Mr. McMahon did not take part once the allegations against him came out. They were in the middle of filming all this when that came out, and at that point he stopped being a part of it. So they play that up like that. Oh, we found all these. No, they tell you about the allegations, but they don't go into detail because, that's not what this is about. And you just learn nothing new. All right? Okay. Are you ready for the, look, nobody knows other than McMahon and the supposed victims of things he's done. But at one point, he was accused of graping a woman. All right? Grape drinking a woman. All right? So he is asked about this in this documentary, in an interview. And he says that it's nonsense, it didn't happen, etc., etc. And then he looks dead at the camera and says, but even if it had happened, the statute of limitations were way past this point. So it wouldn't have mattered. And all we could think about is the fact that O.J. Simpson wrote a book called But If I'd Done It. Now, I'm not saying that Vince McMahon did it. That's not for me to judge. I wasn't there, obviously. But just to say that line seemed so abstract and so creepy. And by the way, even if I'd done it, too late. That was the only part, to be fair, of the whole documentary that was entertaining. Everything else was just a rehash. So there you have it. I hope that helps. If you decide to watch it, great. Let me know in the comments down below. If you decide not to watch it, great. Let me know in the comments down below what you did watch instead. What did you spend your 6 hours on? All right. We're going to get out of here. Thanks for being here and taking part of the 500th video here on the channel. We're nowhere near shutting down. There's so much to talk about, and we will be back on Wednesday. So for Michael, the microphone, Bob, squeaky chair in the back, and this big fat nerd, thanks as always for being here, and we'll see you then.